From the heart of Paris, at the Grand Gare de Lyon station, we're boarding the legendary TGV Lyria, the high-speed train that slices through the French countryside like a butter knife through croissant. 3 hours later, voila, we've arrived in Geneva, Switzerland, a city that's as polished as a Swiss watch and as calm as a lake, because it literally sits beside one. Our first stop, Plage de Pâquis, the city's beloved beach on Lake Geneva. Locals come here to swim, sunbathe, and sip coffee while pretending they're on the Riviera. And yes, you can't talk about Geneva without mentioning the real locals, these elegant white swans. They've been living here rent-free longer than most diplomats. Look, there's the Phare de Pâquis, a lighthouse that guards the edge of the pier, and not far away, that famous splash. The Jet d'Eau de Genève, the world's most dramatic water fountain, shooting 140 meters high. It was originally built to release pressure from the city's hydraulic system. Basically, it's what happens when Swiss engineering meets boredom and perfectionism. At night, we wandered to Port Wilson, where we stumbled upon a surprise, an outdoor acrobatic show. Because in Geneva, even the street performances have international coordination, UN style. Next morning, it's time for something serious. The United Nations office at Geneva. This is where world leaders gather to argue politely, drink espresso, and eventually agree to schedule another meeting. And right outside, the iconic broken chair sculpture, standing tall with one leg shattered. This 12-meter wooden chair is a powerful symbol, reminding the world about the impact of landmines on civilians. Walking down the alley of the flags feels like a mini world tour, one flag per country. After Geneva, we hop on another train, this time to Montreux, a 1-hour journey that hugs the edge of Lake Geneva. The view? Absolutely unreal. Blue Lake on one side, Swiss Alps on the other. It's like riding through a postcard. Welcome to Château de Chillon, one of Switzerland's most beautiful castles, floating gracefully on the edge of the lake. Built in the 12th century, it survived wars, poets, and countless selfie sticks. Lord Byron even wrote a poem about a prisoner here, the prisoner of Chillon. And honestly, if I were locked up with a view like this, I'd write poetry too. And just as we were leaving, surprise, the Swiss Air Force decided to give us a private air show. Jet planes roaring over the lake, synchronized perfectly, just like everything else in Switzerland. Next, we hop aboard a CGN Ferry to Lausanne, one of the most scenic ferry rides in Europe. These classic paddle steamers glide across Lake Geneva, connecting charming lakeside towns like Vevey, Montreux, and Lausanne. The lake's color is this surreal shade of turquoise blue. That's because of glacial minerals from the Rhone River that scatter sunlight in a unique way. Lake Geneva, or Lac Léman as the locals call it, is shared by two countries, Switzerland and France. It's half Swiss precision, half French romance, and completely stunning. We even passed Vevey-Marché, a lovely stop famous for its market and chocolate. On the way, we passed the Vevey-Marché Ferry Terminal, home of Nestle's headquarters and the famous Montreux Jazz Festival's neighbor. On the Swiss side, the hills are lined with terraced vineyards, the famous Lavaux Vineyards, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can see little villages tucked between the railway and the highway, all perfectly organized like a Swiss watch. Across the lake, on the French side, the Alps rise dramatically. You can see their snow peaks reflected in the water. It's like nature showing off. But then, nature decided to give us a little drama. A storm rolled in, mostly on the French side of the lake. Dark clouds gathered, and you could see wind sweeping across the surface, waves dancing, and sunbeams breaking through the storm clouds like spotlights. We got a few raindrops on the ferry deck, but honestly, it made the scenery even more cinematic, like we were in a travel movie. We finally arrive at Lausanne, where art meets water. Here stand the Éole Sculpture, spinning gently in the wind, and the abstract Ouverture au Monde, which translates to opening to the world. It's a fitting name because this trip from Paris to Geneva to Lausanne really does feel like a journey through open worlds. Art, nature, and culture all blended together. And as the sun sets over Lake Geneva, we can't help but feel this is Switzerland at its finest. Peaceful, precise, and picture perfect. From the fountains of Geneva to the castles of Montreux, this is one trip we'll never forget. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more 4K adventures.